Deku was from the hood. Part 1. Now, I don't really know where to start with this, as when I was streaming, someone just decided to donate $10 and say, make What If Deku was from the hood. So if you don't know, if you donate $10 when I'm streaming, I pretty much have to do your What If unless it can get me demonetized. So I'm hoping this does not get me demonetized, but I mean, it'll still probably be enjoyable. This is only going to be probably around a 20-minute video because I'm going to need a lot of your suggestions down in the comments below. I also made new memberships, so go check that out if you want. I don't really care. Now, getting into this what if. Izuku is born in a not so nice of a neighborhood with very rundown buildings, and it's basically looking like a part of, let's say, the rundown part of Baltimore, or I think Chicago. I've never been to Chicago. I've been to Baltimore though, and they have a rundown community. So if you can see what that looks like, that's pretty much what his community or neighborhood looks like. Izuku would be born, and his whole life would basically be growing up in a poverty-stricken area. As when he was 4, they'd go to the quirk doctor and see that his quirk was a weapon type quirk where he can summon any weapons at will. From that point on, his love for heroes only grew. The main hero that he liked was the hero Snipe, which basically made him want to go to UA and hopefully try and get gun lessons from Snipe. As Snipe, if you don't know, I mean, it's in his name, Snipe. He uses guns to use against villains, and in the USJ, he was able to shoot out all 4 limbs of Shigaraki. Now, Izuku basically can summon any weapons at will, and basically, all his early life was of him being bullied because of how poor he was, which Bakugo actually lived in, I'd say, a pretty rich area. I mean, I've only seen his house twice in the anime, but from my understanding, he lived in a pretty well-off area. Now, from this, Bakugo would bully Izuku, which Izuku would not take kindly to which any time Bakugo would try and bully people even if they were quirkless, a weak quirk, or if they were poor, Izuku would step in and punch Bakugo, basically knocking him out, certifying Izuku's dominance over Bakugo and that Bakugo should not be bullying kids. Now, on one day where Izuku was 12 years old, he would run into Bakugo about to basically put a kid into serious condition, as Bakugo's basically explosion quirk had developed so much to the point where if he used it on a kid, it could pretty much put them in the hospital for severe burns. Now from this, Izuku would summon a pew pew, a gun, okay? Hoping that doesn't get me demonetized, but it might. He summons a gun as Izuku would put it to his back and say, if you try and hurt that kid right now, you'll never become a hero. To which Bakugo slowly puts his hands up and walks off. Alright, you guys, comment down below what your suggestions I should call the laser pointers. I'm gonna be calling them laser pointers right now. I don't want to get demonetized. Alright, so yeah. So the next 3 years occur with Izuku basically just training, as his mother would take him to armories, or basically just shooting ranges, to where Izuku would use his laser guns or laser pointers to fire and just test his sniping or aim abilities. Now Izuku would then end up going to UA for the entrance exam. Now he would do fine on the written exam, and now it comes up to the hero portion of the exam, or the practical exam, where Izuku would spawn these weapons out of thin air, as he would use his little laser pointers to easily destroy these robots. Keep in mind, they're not laser pointers, they're pew-pews. Can someone tell me if saying Guan, G-U-N, gets me demonetized? If it doesn't, I'll stop saying it like that. I'm sure it can be annoying. Um, as Izuku ends up using his weapons to easily shoot the robots. And at one point, he would end up running onto the top of a building using the stairs, as he'd get a sniper and easily just scope down and shoot the robots' heads, having such a good aim to where he misses many students. He does not hit a student, not many, and Snipe would end up seeing Izuku's potential. Now, after this, Izuku would never encounter the zero pointer, as they just decided not to do it, as Snipe would end up seeing Izuku start to walk back to his house, to which he'd ask to train Izuku, to which Izuku accepts, as Izuku is now kind of like the disciple of Snipe, if you think Genos and One Punch Man, basically. How Genos is the disciple of One Punch Man, but I mean, Snipe's gonna be training Izuku a lot more than how One Punch Man just lives with Genos, basically, or Genos lives with One Punch Man, or Saitama. Now, after that, they trained for 2 weeks, and eventually Izuku gets a letter saying that he made it into UA, with Snipe basically confirming that he did, not wanting such talent to go to waste, as Izuku would walk into UA with a with a trench coat. Never mind. Now Izuku would end up just walking into UA with his UA uniform on, where he would end up meeting most of the kids he participated with in the entrance exam. He would also end up seeing Bakugo, to which Bakugo would yell how such a poor person was able to get into UA, to which Izuku would end up just punching Bakugo in the face, slamming him back down into his seat, as Ida tries to warn Izuku for using such violence, to which Aisawa walks in and says that it was fine for Izuku to do that, basically saying that Bakugo was the antagonist and that Bakugo shouldn't have done that. Now, Izuku would end up not doing so well in the test Aisawa would ask, as he would give everyone their uniforms and just tell everyone to go down to testing ground A. Now Izuku would get maybe around 15th, as he had he'd get around like 7th, as he had a good body or build, but didn't have a quirk, which people above him at like places 5th, 6th had, that allowed him to do the tests more accurately. Now, nobody would end up getting expelled for my sake, as I've forgotten many times that Mineta was expelled in many of my what-ifs, so no one's going to be expelled this time. As Izuku would end up once again getting 6th place, as they would walk back home, and the next day, to where All Might runs down the corridor and say, "I'm running through the door like a normal person," as the entire class would cheer out All Might's name, excited to work with All Might or have All Might teach them. And that's where I'm going to leave it off, guys. I'm not really sure where this what if should go, as I need all of your suggestions, as I have absolutely no clue what to do with this what if series, as basically I need some of your suggestions. And Caden Clark, shout out to you, he gave me the suggestion and he was the one who donated $10. I also need your help, Caden Clark, to tell me what I should do for this series, so go down in the comment section below and tell me all your suggestions, and once again what I should call the weapons, and if calling them guns can get me demonetized. This is basically like a test what if, basically. And I'm sorry this won't be a 20-minute video. It will probably be a 40-minute video tomorrow if you guys give me enough suggestions. I'd also like to say, top link in the description, go check out Anime Outlet 2. And I once again wants to say that I did create channel memberships, and the new one, Outlet Superfans, which you can have shoutouts in all the videos that I make if you end up doing it, and you will have exclusive exclusive priority in your what if suggestions. So say you comment a what if suggestion on one of my videos, I will prioritize that, which means I will see it and most likely do it before I do some other ones. So I hope you guys did enjoy. What if Deku was from the hood, and goodbye.